This is one of many videos about creating basic block letters and embellishing them with wavy lines. So I'm starting out by writing the letter Z with a yellow marker, and now I'm tracing around the outside of that Z with a black Sharpie flip chart marker, and that's your basic block letter. So I'm going to take that basic block letter and just make it a little bit more interesting, create some movement, get a little creative with it. And I'm doing that by tracing around the outside of that block letter with a wavy line. As you can see, that was just one solid line. Didn't take very long, and already it's a much bigger letter, and it has a little bit of movement, a little bit of style. And now I'm going inside the letter with another kind of wavy line, kind of bumpy line. This one's a little bit neater on the inside. And I'm creating another effect. I'm making the letter on the inside interesting as well. So you can leave it like that if you want. It will actually look less busy after I've colored it all in. Also, as I mentioned in every single video in this series, if you're creating letters to be read from a distance, it's very important that they're big and bold and dark and strong. And using a black marker is wonderful. That's one way to start. But often a single stroke of a marker is not thick enough to be read from a distance. Of course, it depends on how far away you want things to be read, but as you can see, coloring in the bumps on the inside, the wavy part on the inside of this Z, is going to make it a lot easier to be read from a distance. You can see it because it's thicker, it's darker, it's stronger, it's bolder. It's the exact same marker. There's just more ink there, so it's easier to see. So when you're creating things to be seen from a distance, you want to be sure you step back and look at them from the distance you want them to be seen. And oftentimes you'll notice that even if you're up close, things can look very different from a distance. So up close, you may think you have things are a little bit too thick. They may look, you may be focusing on making a line extra, neatening it up, or I'm not sure about that. And from a distance, that's going to disappear. You may be surprised that the things that you want to stand out are also disappeared. So that's just something to be aware of. And keeping that in mind, I'm going back and I'm doing the same thing with the line outside of the Z. I'm making parts of it bigger and bolder and stronger. And that creates a little bit more dimension too. When you have a wavy line and you make parts of it thicker, parts of it thinner, actually any type of line, it makes it more interesting, gives it more dimension. It makes it almost three-dimensional in sometimes, and it creates more of a sense of movement. So all those things are great when you want to attract people's eye to whatever it is you're drawing, in this case, the letter Z. If your information, if your concern is not very interesting, people won't be engaged with it. Creating interesting letters like this that don't require a lot of drawing skills, they don't take too much time, that's a great way to bring people's eye to whatever it is that you want them to see, that otherwise they may kind of just look right past because it's not so interesting to them. So you may want to really think about your lettering and how it can help create some impact and interest in an otherwise message that may otherwise not grab people in so easily. So there's a basic wavy edge block letter Z. Get as creative with it as you like. Hopefully that's given you some information and some inspiration that you can use to create some fun letters of your own that can help you out, help make your message more engaging and more memorable.